Okay, I'm going to show you how to marinate the chicken for our Moroccan chicken chickpea sweet potato salad. It's going to be full of nutrition and full of flavor. So what we're going to use today, we're going to use ground cinnamon, cumin powder, turmeric powder, cayenne pepper, or any pepper of choice, but we're using cayenne pepper, some paprika, this is regular paprika powder, we're going to use some ginger root, some salt, just for lemon juice, and possibly the lemon zest too. I think we might add that. We're going to use fresh cilantro leaves. Also, I decided that I want to put some parsley flakes in it as well. So we're going to put all these ingredients in our marinade, and we're going to marinate our chicken in the refrigerator for 24 hours in a zip top bag like this, a gallon size. Okay, well, let's get started. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is take some scissors and we're going to cut our chicken breast. I like using scissors because it's a lot quicker. Spices into a little bowl. Alright, so we're going to need 1/8 a teaspoon cayenne pepper, next we're going to need 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric. Love me some turmeric. Turmeric's very healthy for you too. Full of antioxidants. We're going to use the Himalayan salt that I got from the Dollar Tree a while back, which is a very good buy for me. We're going to put 1/4 a teaspoon of the salt in our bowl. We're going to take our coriander leaves, or cilantro, and just run them through these herb shredders. I'm not sure what they're called, but you use them to cut herbs. Now we're going to move on to our ginger, which you're going to need 1/2 tablespoon grated. I'm just going to cut off a piece about this size right here, and I will show y'all how I'm going to grate this too. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the sides off of here first. I'm going to peel another piece of ginger as well. we're going to do our lemon next. Pretty little lemon here. And we're going to need to get 1 tablespoon of juice from him. But we're also going to zest him real quick too, because I want to use some of the lemon peel. So make sure you just wash off the outside of the lemon, rinse it off, and dry it. This will add so much flavor also. It smells so good. About 1/8 a teaspoon. We'll just put that to the side next to our ginger right here. Now we're going to get our lemon juice. So we'll cut the lemon in half. Try to remove some of the seeds. The juice is coming out too. So we need 1 tablespoon lemon juice. Measure 1 tablespoon. Whenever you buy lemons, you want to make sure that they feel pretty heavy and you can squeeze on them. And they're not so hard. That means you got a good lemon, like this one right here. Here's our lemon juice. Save the other half of the lemon for garnish or for tea or something. You're not going to let it go to waste. I decided that since I love cumin so much, I want to add some cumin seeds to our marinade as well. We're going to get 1/4 a teaspoon cumin seeds. I like toasting them because it brings out the flavor more, but we're just going to add them raw. We're going to marinate our chicken. We have a zip top bag, or a Ziploc, whatever you want to call it, a gallon bag. We're going to open it up. Into it, I'm going to add the chicken. There we go. And now I'm going to add the spices that we put in our bowl. Mix them up real quick first. Then add them to the chicken. And try to coat all the chicken where you get the flavor on all of it. Sprinkle some more in there. Like that. Oh, this smells so good. Bad it can't be eaten raw. It smells so good. I don't know if y'all can see it so far. That's our chicken with just herbs and spices. Now we're going to add our garlic. Try not to put it all in one spot. Or you could distribute it throughout the chicken. And our lemon zest. Same thing. Try to sprinkle it in there as best you can. And then we're going to add our cilantro. Not all of it yet. Massage the chicken. Massage the chicken. Alright, add the rest of the cilantro. Now, we're going to add our 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. Try to get as much air out of here as you can. We're going to get more out in just a minute. We're going to massage this some more. Now we're going to get the hair out. And put it in the fridge. And in 24 hours, we'll start cooking this bad boy. We're going to be working on our sweet potatoes for our sweet potato chickpea chicken salad. We're just going to take just water out the sink and our little scrub brush for fruits and vegetables and just scrub on our sweet potatoes. Because I want to keep the skins on. You don't have to, you can peel them if you like, but I just want to add the extra nutrients. We're going to dice them up. If there's any dark spots on it, just slice those off. We need our olive oil. One teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now this has some flavor for sure. Smells so good too. Now we're going to take our hand and just try to cover all the potatoes. Oopsie, one got away. You don't have to do this step, but I will. I like to do this depending on what I'm cooking too. But this is just olive oil spray, and I'll just spray a little bit of it on the parchment paper. And try to spread them out that way they're not sitting on top of each other. Wipe my hands off. So here's our sweet potatoes with the paprika and the olive oil on them. Okay, we're gonna come over this way to our air fryer. Hi, Miss Lila. What you doing? She's always in the kitchen whenever I'm cooking. Okay. Try to do this with one hand here. I'm gonna place some on this rack. And I'm just going to turn it on 350 and let it cook. add extra layer of flavor to our salad. Ooh, I'm crying. See, here. I'm crying. Okay, our sweet potatoes are still roasting inside of our air fryer. I wish you could smell the aroma coming off of them. And we're gonna toss them in a few minutes too. That way they don't burn and they cook evenly. Alright, now we're going to come over here to our air fryer and take out our sweet potatoes and put them to the side. See our sweet potatoes? Okay, we're going to set them right here on the stove, and then we're going to add our onions to the air fryer. Don't put it up too high because on the higher racks it can burn. So we're going to turn this on. So now our onions are in the air fryer as well. And yes, sometimes the paper does fly up. Hello, Mari and Lila. Are y'all helping me cook? Mari has asthma, poor baby. Okay, so we're going to go check over here on our onions. See how they're doing. Can't really see right here, so I'm going to have to open it. Spread them out a little bit more. There we go. I'm going to put them back in for a little bit longer. My onions were a little bit too light for the parchment paper, so I went and put my wooden spoon on top of the paper to hold it down. So it should be alright though. It's only going to be in there for about 1 more minute. I'm going to turn off our onions now. I'm starting to smell them. And they're done. These are our onions. We're going to add an extra layer of flavor. And they smell so good with the rest of the aromas coming. Sweet potatoes. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yesterday I had half of a lemon left, and I decided that I'm going to add it to this recipe. So I'm going to slice it. Okay, now we're going to be working on our marinated chicken that we marinated in the refrigerator overnight. And this is it right here. So turn our heat on. Let the pan start getting hot. So I'm going to spray a couple of sprays of olive oil in my pan. I need to fill up my sprayer. If you don't have a sprayer, you could just add some olive oil to your pan. This is my little sprayer right here that I have. Now we're going to add our chicken. Smells lovely. And that's what you want to hear. That sizzle. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. Spread it out. Okay, we're going to let it cook. Letting our chicken cook. It smells real good. We're just just going to let it sit, let it cook for about 4 minutes, and then we'll flip it over. While it's cooking, I want to add the lemon slices. Use the lemon. Chicken's been cooking for 4 minutes now, so I'm going to flip it. Our sweet potatoes are done, and our chicken has been cooking for another 5 minutes. Now we're going to take our chicken out and put it in a bowl. I'm going to set that aside. Okay, now we're going to move on to our next step in our chicken chickpea sweet potato salad. And we have the ingredients for the salad here. Sounds delicious, and I'm sure it will be. I know all the ingredients smell delicious. Alright, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to rinse off our beautiful kale here. Wash it off. And then after you rinse it off, you just pat it dry. It's so pretty. Now we're going to chop up our kale here. I'm going to take off the bottom piece. Put that in the compost. And you want to just cut it kind of small. And what you want to do is the really tough stems, you want to take them off. And like I said, we can use that either for juicing. If you have a juicer, you can save it for juicing. You could put it in your compost. You can even cook it down if you want. Whatever you want to do with it. Try to use as much of a product as we can, that way we're not wasting money. Same thing with our coriander, which is cilantro, and with our green onion. So you want to just chop this up really fine too. Back over it again. Try to get it as fine as you can, or as fine as you'd like it. Super fine. Alright, and we're going to add that to our bowl with our kale. Okay, now we have a green onion. Up off the bottom. Now we're going to be using a can of garbanzo beans, which are chickpeas, and I like to get the low sodium ones, but you can choose whatever you like. What we're going to do is drain our chickpeas and then pat dry them so that there's not much liquid left from the can. Okay, now we're gonna drain our peas. If you want, you could even rinse them off. I'm not gonna rinse them off, I just want to get most of the liquid out. Alright. And there's our peas. Avocado, put that to the side. Okay, now we need half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. And we're also going to need half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Cayenne pepper is really spicy, so actually I'm going to put a quarter of a teaspoon cayenne pepper. Cumin powder. Yummy, yummy cumin powder. Okie dokie. Now, to that we're going to add our orange zest. And we're going to need to add a tablespoon of orange juice. And then we're going to whisk it all together. And that's our vinaigrette. Now you can add salt and pepper as well if you'd like. Okay, we have our chickpeas. And what we're going to do is we're just going to pour our dressing over our chickpeas. And just mix them up. And then you just let this marinate in the chickpeas for like 15 minutes. Oh goodness. There we go. Reminds me of the Easter egg trick to dye your eggs with toddlers. You put the egg inside of a whisk and you dye it like that. That way you don't get dye everywhere. Okay, now we're going to assemble our salad. So we're going to toss all the mixed greens that we have. And then we will add our chickpeas and vinaigrette. Massage. I didn't add all the chickpeas yet. You want to massage the kale. If you massage it, it like makes the kale more wilted, like, and softer, and it gives flavor into the kale because you're massaging the ingredients into the kale. Okay. Honestly, I wanted to do that before I added the chickpeas. That's why I stopped adding the chickpeas. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add our sweet potatoes. And then the chicken. And then our onions. The dates. Try to sprinkle them around. the avocado. Now this could be either a cold salad or a warm salad, it's up to you. If you want to take it and fix it while the chicken's hot and the sweet potatoes are hot, but that's all up to you. We'll add all of our chickpeas. And there's our chickpea salad, everyone. Chickpeas are healthy for you and delicious. And here's our chickpea salad. It smells really delicious. Can't wait to dig in.